Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sahaja Yoga's 21-day Going Deeper series. My name is Kathy, and today is day 36. Yesterday, we focused on the right and the center of Vishuddhi, and tonight we're going to go deeper into the aspects of the Agnya Chakra to appreciate its subtle qualities and to learn how to get past our ego and our superego so we can go even deeper into the state of thoughtless awareness. We hope you've already had your foot soak bowls ready, and if not, please prepare it now. If today is your first time joining us and trying Sahaja Yoga, please click the chat button down there and just say I'm new, and you'll be placed and asked and be invited to join a breakout room where we'll tell you a little bit more about Sahaja Yoga and explain it a little bit further. So reminder, uh, tomorrow is the workshop, Sunday, so please join us tomorrow. And we're going to have that one-on-one vibratory awareness with the experienced Sahaja Yogi practitioners, so don't miss that. And also another reminder, tonight we're not going to have a Q&A. We're going to have a silent meditation again at the end, but we do have something a little special. We have my band somewhere in the middle tonight with Shobana on the Veena, who you had heard before a few times, and Julie, who's been a lead before, she's going to play the keyboard. We actually all live kind of close together in the western suburbs, so tonight we're getting together to practice anyway, so we thought we'd play for you guys live at the end. So that's a little special treat, so hang in there till the very end. Um, but tonight we have Shilan and Linda and Abhishek who will be singing a song live with us. So, hi Abhishek, can you tell us a little about the song you're singing tonight?
Hey, yeah, so let me just introduce myself as well, really quick. My name is Abhishek. I live in South Florida and been meditating for quite some time now, 14, 15 years, I think, at this point. And yeah, the music I'm doing, this is something that, I started doing when I was very new to meditation, when I had just started. And I realized how Indian classical music, it has this very relaxing effect on your subtle system. Indian classical music coupled with these Sanskrit expressions or phrases. And so what I'm going to be doing today is just something very soothing and meditative, which is a combination of those two. It'll be an Indian raga and then some music, and I'll describe it along the way as I go. So it's going to be something that helps awaken the qualities of the Agnya Chakra, which is the focus of today. So
That's great. Yeah, music has a very deep, fundamental um, assistance in helping to clear the chakras. We've been learning how, just through experience, how music, especially live music, helps us. So thank you for helping us out with that and joining us. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad to be here. Thank you.
thank you. And okay, so now let's meet the meditation leads, Linda and Shilan, who've both been here before. Hi, guys. Would you like to reintroduce yourselves to the group?
Linda?
Okay, I'll go first. So yes, I think everybody knows me. I do live in northern New Jersey. I haven't said that for a while. But today I wanted to share just a couple experiences I had when I was fairly new in Sahaja Yoga related to the Agnya Chakra. One of them was that, I mean, I was and still tend to be a little bit a big thinker. And when I started in the early days to meditate, I just felt that my Agya, this whole part of my head was like a huge rock. And the Kundalini was like trying to get through like a jackhammer. I mean, it was much more sweet than that, but it felt like such a tough thing. But I could feel a few strands coming up, just made it, and then another one made it. So just want to encourage all of you who are tend to think a lot. I think we all have that habit, and we can just, it's possible to get a lot quieter. The other one I want to share with you is that even in the description of today's session and a lot in Shri Mataji's talks, she talks about the ego and superego as balloons. And I always thought, how can that be? There, you know, here's my head, and how can there be these balloons in my head? But one day I was meditating, and I felt it was on the left side of my head, which means, so the right side comes up, crosses over, and this would be my ego here. And I felt that there was something like a huge like presence up here. And then I started meditating, and all of a sudden I felt it go collapse. So it was really an exciting moment, and I hope it stayed there. So I just wanted to share those two experiences with you.
I appreciate that. That's good. Yeah, even though I seem kind of laid back, I'm an engineer and a scientist, and so in my job during my day, I'm kind of forced to do a lot of discrimination, a lot of thinking, analytical type of thinking. So it's I I remember when I first started too, and even questioning, what am I doing? What is Hatha Yoga? Is this going to work for me? But I remember like hearing like almost cracking noises when my in my brain, when the Kundalini was coming through and I could actually feel it. I'm like, what's happening? So, and then you finally feel that release, and yeah, I could identify with that for sure. So we've all been there. So the ego and the superego is really important in topic. So Shilan, how about yourself? Do you have any
Well,
stories or that you'd
now
like to
you're
share?
sharing your stories. I must say that, first of all, good evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening.
I've been here before. My name is Shilan. I'm joining from Vancouver, Canada. I'm an educator, being in Sahaj for about 12 years. When I first started, of course, I felt all the joy, but eventually as I went deeper, there was more information about Sahaja Yoga and the chakras and the meditations, what we're doing now. Coming from the Muslim background, it's I don't know how much knowledge you have about Muslims. I don't know how many Muslims we have here, but it is given like pretty straight on from early age. We were told that Islam is the complete and ultimate religion. And if you explore anything else other than Islam is a sin and it's wrong. So, and me wanting more and wanting to experience that, and I felt the joy in Sahaj. I felt guilty all the time. I had this conditioning built up, which is in the superego on the opposite side of Linda's. And then constantly trying to fight this battle in my head to calm myself down. I'm not converting. It's not anything wrong. I feel good. I'm joyous. I'm happy. I should continue on with this. And I would bring it up with yogis when I was going to classes, and they were saying, "It's all right. You are just getting becoming a better Muslim, better human being. Nothing wrong. You're not converting. You're just fine." So it took me about almost 2 years to accept all these conditioning. So once I allowed myself to go beyond, and then I saw all the truths, and then evaluating everything, then I really truly felt the joy in my heart. It's where most of us start having the fight, resisting. The Kundalini is powerful. It comes up itself. It's just that when we are blocking it, when we're stopping it with mind, it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing, Kathy? Just the way you mentioned. Yeah. And then what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. It's just, it does itself. Everything is just programmed itself. It's just we're accepting that part of ourselves as being. Yeah. That's my experience.
Thank you so much for sharing that. We appreciate that. Yeah, it is interesting all the religious backgrounds we come from and all the conditionings from and dogmatic and that we've been trained in fears, like you just mentioned the fear of
Mhm.
sinning, right? And then that guilt
Yes.
you feel. I feel the same way coming from the Catholic religion upbringing and so yeah, but we get over it, right? And we just enjoy the the spiritual and going deeper into finding that absolute truth. So that just pulls us along, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So,
It does. Yeah,
well, thank you so
absolutely.
much. Okay, I think we are ready. I'm ready to hand it over to you guys, and we'll see you at the end. Enjoy.
Sounds good. Thanks, Kathy. All right. So we'll start our program like every other night with foot soaking and raising our energy. If you have your bucket ready, let's raise our Kundalini and put ourselves into Bandhan, vibrate our water. And then as we are foot soaking, we will balance ourselves. Okay, perfect. So left hand stays in center, and then we're just turning around, in, out, all the way up, and stretch your hand as far as you can, and then you tie your first knot. Okay, now the second knot. And the third knot. Slow and gentle. Okay. And then first chakra, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, and center. Let's now vibrate our water with our hand, as we know that our hands have vibration. So we're just putting our attention for a second, vibrating water. Perfect. Now we can start our foot soaking. Always remember to have a bucket of water next to you to rinse your feet after foot soaking. So now have your both hands open on your lap If you're in a situation sitting comfortably, you can see the screen. You can look at Shri Mataji's picture. You can look at the red dot. During foot soaking, it's best. If you have your phone or laptop on the side, you can't see the screen, that's okay too. Preferably having your eyes open during foot soaking is better, but if you cannot, it's okay to close your eyes. Hopefully you have a candle on, as you have one. I have one on my side. It's good to have one. You can also look at the candle's light during foot soaking. It's good. You can have one in front of you. So the topic of today is Agnya. There's a lot of traffic going on there. All the channels are meeting there. After all, it's the brain activity. It's all the nerves, all the mind going on. So having this chakra settle down can take a bit of time. So we'll be patient with ourselves. Okay. So we can slowly bring our hand from the bottom and then raise gently. And then as if you're pouring your energy over top of your crown. We do that 7 times. One more time. Very good. For raising energy, we always use our right hand. Good. As you raise this energy, you see that the mind slowly settles, it calms down. We may still have some thoughts, but that's okay. If you feel the need to close your eyes, you can do that. And last time, raising our energy. Beautiful. Excellent. Take a deep breath, hold from your stomach. And let it out through your mouth. Inhale through nose and then exhale through mouth. And then one more time. Beautiful. Now, we leave our right hand towards Mother Earth, and then we leave our left hand on our lap, and we allow the left channel balance with absorbing Mother Earth quality. We can do that during foot soaking. It helps to calm our mind. Very good. By doing that, we help our superego, which is residing on the right side of our head, where the left channel goes up and then behind our head, goes through and then stays here. All the desires, all the past memories, feelings, emotion, all resides in our superego, which is here, the conditionings, the fears. So by calming our left channel, it helps to slow down the right side of our brain. Beautiful. You can bring your hand back. And then now we're going to balance our right channel, which goes from right of our body and then front of our forehead and then lands here, our left side of our brain. That is called ego, where the thinking, planning, thoughts, anger, anxiety resides here. So we're trying to calm our ego, our left side of brain. Very good. So hands towards sky. If we can look at Shri Mataji's red dot, which is called Bindi, would be fantastic. Very good. The Agnya is also known in different languages as the third eye. That's where both left and right channel and the central channel meet. So there is an X mark. If you look at the X-ray of a brain from the top, there is an X mark with a tiny little hole, barely seen appearance during this between that X. And that's where the Kundalini or the central channel comes up. Quite often in majority of us, that's plugged. It's completely sealed and tight. So with the techniques today, we're trying to expand that third eye or Agnya that is controlled and empowered by Jesus Christ, which is love, compassion, and forgiveness. The mantra of this chakra is forgiveness. Very good. Slowly bring your hand down. You can stay in this state. Very good. Any thoughts come to mind? Say, not this, not now. I forgive my thoughts. I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. In order to grow spiritually and internally, we need to realize that it's really important to have our Agnya cleared out. So how should we know that our Agnya is not clear? For knowing whether or not our superego is plugged, which is here, is see what bothers us, what upsets us, what triggers us. What are we reactive to? What comments, what behavior? That means our superego needs clearing out. If our liver is too hot, or if we have aggression, if we get angry, if we're upset quite often, if we have anxiety, if we have planning, or if we follow false information, if we're trying to correct everyone, if we're trying to control everyone, then that we know it is our ego that needs clearing out. Okay. And how do we know if our Agnya is clear or if it's open? That is where the energy goes up and then it can plug here. That is the gateway. That is a tiny bridge that allows us to ascend. If we have issues with accepting, surrendering, forgiving, that is where our Agnya needs clearing out. So one way to do that is to gently, with our right hand, clockwise, give it abandon, just like that. So my hand up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right. And then I slowly do that. This is one way to clear out my Agnya. The element of this chakra is light. It has 2 petals. Think of it as a lighthouse. It is only light and shadow, nothing else. The more this chakra is cleansed and cleared out, the more we witness and we have less thoughts attacking our inner peace. If we haven't reached the internal joy, then that's where we need to clear out. If our attention is more outside, on others, the wrongdoing, right doing, focusing too much on life, that's where we need to clear out. Another best technique to clear this part out is to look down at Mother Earth. Look at the grass. It helps with humility, with humbleness. The other thing we can do to clear this part out is to have middle of our hand, right here, the palm of our hand, rest our head, rest our forehead, just like that. And then gently saying, I forgive, till it calms down. Very good. Bring your hand down. Take one deep breath. And if you can look at Shri Mataji's bindi, it will be great. Very good. As you see, the Agya is the third eye between our eyebrows, center of our forehead. Behind the Agya is called the back Agya. That's where the left channel goes and then travels through back of our head and stays there. It is also very important to clear out that chakra that is called back Agya. That is all the past actions, thoughts, fears, worries, anything that happened every moment stays there and stores there. As we're moving forward in ascending, in purifying and cleansing, it is also very important to clear out the back Agya. If you live with someone and can help you out with the technique of candling, would be fantastic. Easily, the back of the Agya, just a rainbow motion. They can move the candle like this for a couple of minutes. It cleanses out the back Agya. If you don't have anyone to help you out with this technique, simply right hand goes to the back and allow your head to rest just like that. Good. And then say, dear God, universe, God Almighty, the ultimate power, the universe, please forgive me. Quite often, with plugging this chakra comes regrets and guilt that as a result catches your left Vishuddhi and then closes the central heart and left heart. So it's very important to clear out the back Agya as well. Perfect. Bring your hands down. Let's wash our feet. Okay. And now let's meditate for a couple of minutes. Keep your eyes closed, hands open, and keep your attention above your head. Very good. Let's stay in this state for a minute. While you're in this meditation state, we're gonna listen to Shri Mataji's talk. It's the audience are asking Shri Mataji questions and she's answering about the Agnya Chakra, and then followed up by Abhishek's music and singing. So just absorb the vibration and let this energy flow and take over.
Because if you are doing something, you always feel, I am doing it. Even if you say, no, I leave it at the feet of Lord, it's not so. Only after realization it happens. After realization, you don't say that I'm doing it. It just works out this way. Oh, it's working, it's going. They talk in third person, as if something else is doing it. We are just as mediums or some sort of a instrument in between. And it's working, it's not doing, it's not happening. So, after realization, the karma becomes a karma, means non-action. That you don't think you are doing anything, it just works. And that's why this Kriya Yoga is up against Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is a Kriya, where there is no action. Just you think it's happening, it's there. You see it, you are a witness of the whole thing. So here what happens that when the Kundalini rises, when she goes to the Agnya Chakra, which represents, as you say, the third eye, whatever you may call it, it is between the optic chiasma and it looks after the pituitary and the pineal body. And as a result, we have developed two institutions called ego and superego. The ego is the one which tells us, I have done it, I am doing this. Both these institutions are sucked in by the enlightenment of this center. And that's how the thing opens out. And all your karmas are sucked in. So there's no problem of karmas. Only human beings think that they are doing karmas. Animals don't. They have no sense of sin or anything. They are completely under the bondage of God. So in Sanskrit they are called as Pashu, means under the bondage. But we are the ones who have got freedom. That's why we think that we have done this and we have done that. We should not do this, we should not do that. But when the Kundalini rises and she awakens this center, then both these things are sucked in. And when they are sucked in, then you do not do any karmas anymore. You just are in a karma. You do everything. I mean, I travel, such a lot, and I have a family, and everything is there. But it's just happening. I'm just seeing it. I'm not doing anything as such. So when you are also awakened, there's no obligation. It's just happening. It is so. Is here where we should understand this center is bestowed upon by the great life of Christ. Christ is there. And they said that he died for our sins, died for our karmas, is a fact. Because when he is awakened, these two institutions are pulled inside. And you get your Kundalini out there. It opens out. And this bone, which has been calcified, opens out. And the Kundalini pierces through. And this is what it is that he died for our sins. But still the theory is extended that we must suffer. Why should we suffer? He has suffered for us already, and is already written by Thomas, who was traveling to India via Egypt, where he wrote the treatise, and he said that why should we suffer? Christ has already suffered for us, and he's talked everything about Sahaja Yoga. He said it is an experience of self-realization and everything. And that book now is out in England. After 48 years, they could decode the whole thing, which was found about 48 years back in Egypt, and is out now, and is beautiful. Gnostics is the name of the book, but is not so much appreciated by some of the people because it challenges the theories of sufferings and confessions and all this nonsense. You cannot awaken yourself. You see, you have to have one enlightened candle to enlighten another candle. This candle, which is not enlightened, cannot enlighten itself. But there's no obligation. But you can correct. Once it is awakened, you can correct it, you can develop it. First, only few hair-like strands of this energy come up and open the fontanelle bone area. And then this flow of Ru starts flowing on you, and it relaxes more of the centers, so more of these strands start coming up. So you can develop it at your will by understanding it, but you cannot enlighten yourself by yourself. All other meditations are artificial. You are in meditation when you are in such. Unless and until Kundalini is awakened and you are one with the divine power, still thinking all the time, how can you stop thinking? There is one thought that rises and another thought that falls off. Again another thought comes up and it falls off. It goes on like this, and we are dancing on the cusp of these thoughts. In between the thought there is a little space called as Vilamba, is the present. Either we are in the past or in the future. But that is only possible when the Kundalini comes up, then these thoughts become more lean and there's a bigger space left and you remain in thoughtless awareness. And that is how it works out. That's in the meditative mood you are all the time. You don't have to meditate because you are in thoughtless awareness. As soon as you see something extremely beautiful, extremely joy-giving, or a personality who is a realized soul, or anything that's so righteous and good, immediately become thoughtless. Immediately. It happens. You don't have to do it. Don't have to be in meditation, you just become. I've seen these days there are many children who are born, who are realized souls. And just I've seen them sitting before me, just sitting, not moving, nothing, just in meditation. Your pupils dilate and you start feeling the cool breeze in your hand. Even if you meet someone, it happens, if he is a realized soul. It has transformed so many people instantly, so many. Majority people get transformed immediately. Some people do take time, I must say. But transformation, the degree of transformation may vary from time to time. For example, in a place like London, where there are all hard nuts, I must tell you. Very nice people, you see, very scholarly, and coming from Cambridge and from Oxford and this and that. Very skeptical. Doesn't matter. These people had taken to drugs. Imagine, very well educated. Some professors, some doctors had taken to drugs and were alcoholics. Absolutely, they were lost people, I would say. And when they got their realization, overnight, they gave up. Drinking, alcoholism. I was amazed at their own depths, the way they touched their own depth, just gave up. Yes, people start judging others because they don't know themselves. Once you know yourself, start judging yourself first of all. This is the last judgment, where you judge yourself. It's written in the Quran that your hands will speak and they will give witness against you. And you get frightened about yourself, oh God, I've got this. And like the other day somebody came, Mother, please solve my problem. I said, what has happened? My Agnya is horrible, means I am very egoistical. So the attention goes to yourself and you start correcting yourself and you look at the good points of others. And if somebody says to you that such a chakra is catching, you thank that person, you are happy. Because his interest is benevolence. He is not trying to judge you, but his benevolence, if he finds it. But normally you find yourself about yourself, there's no need to talk about it. Just find out yourself. Some people say it's very difficult to forgive. But if you forgive or don't forgive, it's a myth. What do you do? Nothing. But if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands. So at this moment, just say, just in general, not to remember all of them who have troubled you or have made you miserable or made you unhappy. Just say, I forgive every one of them. That's all. These two conditions you have to follow, which is very simple. It's just to say in your heart that I am not guilty at all and that I forgive everyone.
Let's stay in a meditative state for some time. It's important to realize that the Kundalini energy is extremely powerful. This energy is fully capable of cleansing all our energy centers and taking us into a very deep state within ourselves. So we just surrender. If any obstacles are coming in our meditation, we can forgive them. If any thoughts are coming, we forgive our thoughts. And by doing so, we are allowing this extremely powerful energy, which is all around us and which is within us, to balance us out completely, to nourish us, and to connect us to the deepest silence within us. So, as we've learned in this session so far, that the Agnya Chakra has 4 sides: the front, the back, the left, and the right. And so, through some music, we're going to try to work on each of these aspects of the Agnya Chakra. And so, the first song I'm doing here is for the back Agnya. And the essence of this is to ask for forgiveness. to express our humility, ask for forgiveness. And once our back agya opens up, the Kundalini can do its working much better, connect us deeper. अपराध सहस्त्राणि क्रियन्ते अहर्निशं मया दासोय इति मामत्वा क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरी. It says that I have so many shortcomings and so many limitations, so many conditionings. And because of these limitations, I make so many bad choices, I make so many mistakes. But please consider me as your humble disciple, your humble child, and please forgive me. So this is addressing the energy, the divine power that's all around us and which is reflected within us. Aparadha sahasrani क्रियन्ते अहर्निशं मया दासोय इति मामत्वा क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरी. अपराध सहस्राणि न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरी. I don't know what words to use to address you. I don't know what actions to perform to honor you. Oh divine power, please forgive my limitations. Please take me beyond these limitations. Please forgive me. Avahanam na janami visarjanam pujam chaiva na janami क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरी. मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं सुरेश्वरी. मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं सुरेश्वरी. यत्पूजितं मया देवी परिपूर्ण तदस्तु ते. So this last paragraph said, I don't have the right words to describe you, to praise you, to honor you. I don't know how to pay respects to you, O Divine Power, but yet I humbly ask that you answer all my prayers. Mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam sureshwari yat pujitam maya devi paripurna tadastuti aparadha sahastrani kriyante ahar nisham maya dasoya iti mamatva kshamasva parameshwari kshamasva parameshwara kshamasva parameshwari. So now we'll work on the left and right Agya. And a very simple way to clear these out is to say these very simple Sanskrit phrases, Ham and Ksham. And I think we've done this before in these sessions, so some of you must be familiar with them. So feel free to, at any point during this part, feel free to say Om Ham Ksham a few times. Om Ham 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 Om Ham 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 Shivoham Shivoham Shivoham. Ham means I am, and Shivoham means I am the Spirit. And when we do this, it clears out our left Agya. Hum, hum, hum. Om, hum, hum, hum. Om, hum, hum. Om Ksham 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 Om Ksham 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 Ksham. So when we say Ksham, it means I forgive everyone. I forgive every thought, I forgive everything, I forgive myself, I forgive my past, everything. And it's extremely powerful when you are completely at peace with yourself and completely at peace with everything that's surrounding you. Om Ksham 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 Om Ksham Ksham Ksham. Another way to clear out our right Agya is by surrendering. And that's what this next Sanskrit expression is about. It's about surrendering. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Shri Sharanam Gacchami. Surrender to the enlightened intelligence within me. I surrender to the sense of righteousness and dharma within me. And I surrender to all the collectivity around me. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Shri Sharanam Gacchami. So now we're going to work on the front Agya. And at any point during this next piece, you can put your hand across your forehead and say, I forgive everyone. And I surrender everything to the divine power. And when this energy center opens out, then we enter into thoughtless awareness, which is the fourth state of awareness described as Turiya. Turiyavasi nirvichara Turiya sthiti pradayaka Turiyavasi nirvichara Turya sthiti pradayaka Turiyavasi nirvichara Turya sthiti pradayaka Sahasrara dwarvasi Sahasrara dwarvasi Samasta sakshi gunatita Mahatmanasa mahatahankara Shuddha Shweta Shashvata Turiyavasi nirvichara Turya sthiti pradayaka Papanashaka Papa Vimochaka, Mohavarjita Krodhanashaka, Papanashaka, Papa Vimochaka, Mohavarjita Krodhanashaka. So when the Agya opens up, it takes away all the sins. It absorbs the ego and superego. It takes away all our karmas. And all these karmas are the things that keep us away from joy. And so we rise above all these karmas. Papa Vimochaka, Papa Nashaka, Mohavarjita Krodhanashaka, Papanashaka, Papa Vimochaka, Mohavarjita Krodhanashaka. Adi Agnya Chakra stha, Adi Agnya Chakra stha, Pavitra Pradayaka, Pavitra Pradayaka, Kartikeya Mahaganesha, Shuddha Shvet Shashvata, Ture Avasi Nirvichara, Ture Asthiti Pradayaka, Ture Avasi Nirvichara, Ture Asthiti Pradayaka, Ture Asthiti Pradayaka. Try to maintain this silence for the rest of this session. Over to Linda.
Let's stay in silence. Can I have Shri Mataji's photo, please? Let's bring our right hand, pressing down on top of our head. Here we ask from our heart, please, Mother Kundalini, with your divine power, take me beyond my limited mind. We raise up our hand. Let go of this mind. Leave it behind. Lift up into this state, this higher state of complete silence above our head. Let's get completely dissolved here into this ocean of pure bliss. Bring our hand higher and higher. Feel the expansiveness of this state. Bring our hand down. See how we're feeling inside. And open our eyes and be greeted by Shri Mataji, pouring out love. Perhaps at this moment, we're open enough to really feel it. In our heart. Let's bring our hands together. Say namaste, thank you from our heart for these beautiful vibrations, this beautiful state we achieved today. Staying in meditation, we can raise our Kundalini slowly, bringing our left hand up, our attention inside. Feel the cool breeze coming up. Tie it to stay above our head. Again, raise more and more strands of our Kundalini energy. Tie them up on top of our head. Again, third time. Tie 3 knots. Securely tie her there. And humbly say, please stay. Please keep me there. Let's give ourselves a bandham now very slowly. We follow our hand with our attention, encasing ourselves in these vibrations. This loving protection. We humbly and gratefully accept. All right, so hope you're all feeling blissed out. Now if we could go to the PowerPoint. Tomorrow, we're going to continue on the topic of the Agnya Chakra. In fact, it's Easter, which is very fitting. We go back just a sec, where there's the idea of a bird that is born twice or twice born. And as an egg, it breaks its shell. We, like an egg, break our shell when we get our self-realization. So we'll be covering that tomorrow, as well as having a workshop session. So please join us for that. We do have many resources, as I hope you all know. And if you still don't have a mentor, it can be a great support. So please request one if you'd like. Si hablan español, please tell us. And we'd be happy to talk to you in Spanish. So today, we do have a special treat. If you have questions, you're welcome to put them in the chat box or request to meet with a Saj Yogi in a breakout room. In the main room, we're going to have meditation to music, and we're going to hear some of our meditation leads and MC, Kathy, Julie, and Shobana. So without further ado, let's ask the band to play.
Thanks, Linda. So the first song we're going to play for you guys tonight is to continue on with the Agnya clearing and strengthening, is called Storm. And what does storm have to do with the Agnya? Well, sometimes, when we our Agnya gets a little overactive and overthinking, it's kind of like a storm in our mind. And so this song kind of starts out a little bit slowly, just like a storm will start out, kind of gets a little bit intense. And then towards the end, we can kind of calm ourselves down, and you'll hear us singing the mantra Hum Ksham, and you can sing along with us. And then the song, the thoughts in the song will kind of slow down and start to get in a more meditative state. So enjoy the first song, Storm. going to play now is called Collectivity. It's about being collective and about all being here together as one. We are one under the moon and sun, connected. To shining sea, can you feel collectivity? Brother, we are one under the moon and sun, connected. From sea to shining sea, can you feel collectivity? We collectivity. Can you feel collectivity? So the next song, hope you enjoy that. The next song we're going to play is called Shanti. And Shanti, as you may have come to know during the 21 Days series, is another word for peace. So inner peace is what this song is all about. Hope you enjoy it. The next song, I think the last song we'll play tonight, is called Home. And the song is kind of a little bit how it feels with us, all of us tonight here, because we all feel at home. And that's just what the song is all about. Being at home, Sahaja Yoga, and finding the truth, and just feeling all good about that, and feeling home. To know the truth is what we seek. Realized is our destiny. Open your hearts and let it in. Love will heal, renew your purity, and bring you accept me and protect me on my way back home. Might sound like home, it might sound like namaste, it might sound like Adi Shakti, it might sound like Om, might sound like namaste, it might sound like Adi Shakti, namaste. Accept me and protect me on my way back home. I see the truth in your eyes. I feel love. Please realize it's in your hearts. Have no doubts. You can't start. Let it out and find your way back home. Accept me and protect me on my way back home. You accept me and protect me on my way back home. And we thank you very much from Illinois, somewhere in the middle, and you can find some of our other original songs on Bandcamp and on YouTube. If you go to the Sahaja Yoga USA website. Some of our songs are there as well. And or if you just type in somewhere in the middle, Sahaja Yoga Meditation, I'm sure you'll find us somewhere. It was our pleasure playing for you guys tonight, and we will see you tomorrow for the workshop. And enjoy the rest of your evening, and try to stay in Sahasrara for the rest of the day or evening. Good night.